Oh my gosh, hello? I was wondering why it was giving me some issues. Sorry about that. It's... If you can hear the music, let me know, please. It should be good. Okay. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to our long-awaited art stream that we have not touched in like 10 million years, I feel like, almost at this point. We're going to turn this on, too, since we might need it. Also, should probably charge it, too. Alrighty. So excited to be doing art again. So what are we doing today? At least for art, I don't know. I was thinking about just trying to do a face because I have not done art in like a hot minute. So anything would be kind of better than nothing, right? So let's just try to see what we can do. Let's get a reference though. So I'm going to, like always, show a little bit of my screen so we can just take a look at what we can find. I wanted to Gojo's like new look. Oh, sorry, not Gojo. Yuji from all right, so I'm thinking maybe this one. We need like a front perspective. He has a very chiseled jaw, as you can see. Shit, let me just actually collapse this a little bit since we don't need to see all of it. Yeah, it's fine, whatever, no big deal. I'm guessing this is a roadblock or something. Yeah, I figured as much. Something goofy. Anyway. There we go. We have a pretty good scan of his face like that. Good nose profile. He has a very strong neck too. Okay. Or should we do the hard surface that we were currently working on previously, that I was working on? Could do the hard surface one actually. Let's do the hard surface one because I was already working on it. So just in case, we'll turn this off. Display, boop, and then we'll transition it off. I think I can smooth out some parts of it, which I think what I'm gonna do. Give me a second. Let me put on my gloves. Oh, where's my glove? Oh no! I don't like how the tablet feels on my hands, so I always put on. But I guess after so long, we can not have the glove available for us. I'll pick my glove. Okay. Do I really not have my glove available? Oh no. That's good. Well, it's not okay, because I would rather work with my glove, but it's okay. Okay, for it, whatever. It just feels weird on the... Okay. Let's see. Hey, you know what it is? It's because I get like sweaty wrists sometimes, that's why I don't like it too much myself personally. Okay, so this one, I want to isolate it. What's the geometry looking like? See, I don't like this. It's kind of like curvy-ish. Brush height polish. You can just like smooth that out a little bit. I think it's already too simplified too, so it's like even add onto it too much. Hmm. I think we might have to add some geometry to it because it's like way too low. Like a 3 point something is way too low. Definitely add some type of geometry. So, my 600 is more reasonable because I think we had it way too low. Yeah, now it makes a little more sense. Although the geometry over here is like kind of messed up. Double it. Really right. Before anything, let's see if we can fix that hole. Cool. Brush type polish. Hey, what's up, bud? What is going on with geometry here? Oh, that fixed right back. Okay, and then we won't. Oh, what is it warping for? That's a crazy warp. Let me see how it looks with everything on. Yeah, it's warping like crazy. What the frick? Why is it warping? Ugh. Let's go back. No, it's fine. Keep it there. But it's warping though. That's interesting. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Thank you. Still has a lot. We still have to clean up a lot more. Like this, I would like to actually keep the same, but I just wanted to retopologize a little bit more. Topo. We're actively losing points. It's good. Okay. Let's get a little bit more topology. I think under 1,000 would be like, if it's a little bit over 1,000, I think it's fine. Ooh, we're going double that. They're like way too low. Okay, so over 1,000 I think is more than reasonable. Because when it's like way too low, like it's good that it's low, but I think when it's way too low, it's kind of hard to even work with because it's like practically working with like paper. What's up with that? Yeah, see, because it has more natural like lines and curves. Once we add some more topology to it, when it's too low, it has like it's very hard to work off of. What am I grabbing? Oh, the back of the head. Okay, let's do double. All right. Oh, maybe not 2,000. This is like 1,500. Let's see how it looks. This one needs a little bit more cleanup, but I think it's okay. That's fine. All right. No, funny enough, this is a Genji's helmet from Overwatch, his Sentai one. We are trying to do some of the block out so it can be a printable version of the actual helmet. Okay, so now here's a fun part. We get to extrude. Brush, C, and then we're gonna shape it a little bit. So all polygons, we're going to extrude. Oh, I do all polygons. Polygons. Oh, too much of a forehead. A little bit. Right there. What the heck? Hello? Why is it growing so much? That's a thick boy. Ah. All quads. Oh, we can shape it that way. Okay, just wanted to make sure we can shape it so. Alrighty. Next part we're gonna. Okay. Okay. What else we got then? Ah, no, don't have subdivision yet. I'm not feeling this part. I think this is the only one that I'm not really feeling because everything else just makes more sense, but this one I'm not feeling too much. Okay. Then what else are we targeting? Oh, the other one. Let's finish one side, and then once we finish the other side, then we'll just mirror everything, you know? We're just gonna delete this one. We don't need it right now. Heracles? Yeah. He's sick. Or I guess from Strange Fake, it wouldn't be Heracles right now. It's he has a different name right now in Strange Fake. I forgot the name of it, but it's not Heracles. Brush most topology. Okay. Well, yeah, because Berserk form is the form that killed his family and is so incredibly powerful. This Heracles is the Heracles who completed the 12 labors. But again, that version of him is the corrupted version. If it wasn't for the Grail nerfed him, because if he wasn't nerfed due to the Grail issue, the Mud of the Grail, he would have been much more powerful. I think he's candidate of Grand, to like a Grand position. Let's fix this topology real quick before we extrude this. Have the same, and let's just see remesh it real quick, because I don't like how that was looking. Okay, looks good. Okay. Brush. Yeah, it's so. I mean, the dude wants to win, so that's why he's like, "Yo, what if I corrupt like Heracles?" So then that'd be like kind of pro strats. I mean, in a way, it's pro strats, but at the same time, it sucks. We'll never probably see Heracles in like full power. Okay. Okay. I mean, Gil is powerful, but he's different type of powerful. The fact that he can like shoot things at like subsonic speed. But remember, the thing, you know, the biggest weakness of Gilgamesh is himself, right? I think that's something you always have to factor in, because Gil is incredibly, because he still has Enkidu and he has the Chains of Heaven that prevents any like heroic figure who has any like divinity, right? I think that's why it's like A+ on divinity. So if he chose to, he could take it seriously and actually beat Heracles, because all he still has Ea, and Ea is the birth of the universe. So like he could shoot Ea at anyone, but he never does, because he's too cocky. Gilgamesh is like, oh, like he's incredibly powerful. It's just that you have to remember his biggest weakness is himself. He basically wants the most epic match ever, but doesn't want to like give kudos to his rival. I mean, hubris is a thing, you know. Hubris is definitely like it makes sense for like a grand hero to have hubris, you know. The folly of all man. Hubris. I inverted this. Let's fix that. No, we have a triangle. All these squares make a triangle. Ah. Alright, how are we fixing this? How are we fixing this triangle? I need to cut this triangle. It's that is definitely your bias. I don't know. I love Lionheart. Lionheart's so good. He's fantastic in the role. Let's delete this layer. I think we're gonna have to delete this face. Where's delete? Split button. Delete that. And then we're gonna move it. And then we're gonna move this. Brush move topology. Move this little. Oh, right. We need to split this edge. How am I doing this? Okay, wait. So what I can do maybe is we're gonna delete. Is it doing it on both sides? It better be doing it on both x-axis. Why does one side not have it when the other side does? That's so annoying. That's annoying. All right, get back over here. All right, so we'll delete. Wait. Camera, please. Okay. Let's delete this face too. Brush. We'll delete this face and this one. And then we retopologize it. We'll create an edge here to here and then just straight into that, right? Okay, so then we do bridge like that, and then this one to this one, I guess, right? There you go. We fixed it. We fixed our topology. Okay. We can extrude. No. I delete so. I am gonna delete. Do not delete, please. Extrude. No. Invert it the other way. There's a triangle. No. All right, hold on. We have to pick that triangle real quick before we. Why is there a random triangle here in this corner? I'm so mad. All right, we gotta go fix this. How dare you exist, triangle? You shall be vanquished. All right. Delete. I mean, we could just connect them, right? No, we need two squares. We were talking about before you even joined the stream, I was gonna do Itadori's new look, his 83-year-old look, because he's very handsome. So I'm like, oh, I want to kind of model that. I'm like, damn, he looks very hot now. There's definitely something here. What I can do is I can connect this on this one. But then we have to an empty thing right there, huh? From JJK. Do you care about modular? Because it just the manga ended, so they showed off how Yuji looks, and he looks very attractive, like his face. We'll do edge set. Oh, speaking of which, speaking about hot, yeah, it's already done. It's done. Speaking of hot, Leon S. Kennedy, holy crap, like the internet is like salivating for him. It's just really funny. We're gonna bridge here, I think. Yeah, bridge. Okay, but then we worry about this. So what we can do is create one more cut layer here. Yeah, I think it was chapter 24. I think so. What we can do, all right, let's delete this one real quick, delete that one, and then we're gonna add an edge. Insert. We want to do an edge loop. Where is the edge loop? Huh, looks fine. I'm just good on that side too. All right, we're good on both sides. Oh, does it? Oh, I thought that was it. I'm so sure it erased. Let's see if it. Let me double check. Modulo. Yeah, chapter 25 is the last chapter. Yeah, 25 chapters, but makes sense. Fair. But apparently what a lot of people are saying is it's open-ended, so therefore it could go into another story if they choose to, which is good. I think JJK has like a rich enough story to actually keep going on its own, you know. All right, so now let's extrude this. I'll solo it. Okay, so here's a question. I can increase the edge loop here to give it that cool effect. So I guess we're gonna do that for the faceplate. That way we can have something like a little bit more symmetry. And we want a harder surface, so we're gonna smooth this out a little bit too. Okay. What the frick is this? Do you see this? What is this bump? What is this bump? Who told this bump to be there? It's only on that side. What the frick? Wait, why? Hold on. What the frick? What the hell? I would agree with that. I think it was a little all over the place. Definitely, like, it feels like I feel like Gege wanted just to work on something different but still keep it in the universe, and that's what it felt like to me, at least. Okay, so we are looking good so far. Okay, let us do some small changes real quick. So over here on the face, let's take off this because I need to see how it looks. We're gonna do some brush hard polish. What I wanted to do off of that, and then we're gonna proceed remesh. We're gonna get the edge right here. Show me the poly groups, go solo, and then we're gonna get the edge right here. Ah. I want a bevel. Where is it? Bevel. There we go. No, we don't want a bevel. I lied. Ignore me. We don't want a bevel. What we want is the same. Poly group. Where was the poly group? Am I crazy? Poly group. No, not that one. He looks nice with the scar. I think the scars are very nice, and I'm just glad they finally defeated the mortal enemy of all shonen endings, is make the protagonist have a good haircut. I like his haircut. I think that's what really sells me on the look, really. Hello? Why are you doing this? Oh. All quads. Huh. What's going on? Bevel now. We want to extrude. And then polygroups. Hell yeah. And extrude this way. Unsolo it. I thought the dude died. Yeah, I swear, I thought he died, but I guess they have enough. Like Yuji, I'm guessing at this point has enough reverse curse technique that he could save him. Yeah. I guess we should shape the polygons since we have enough time now. Okay. We should move it up, I guess. I don't know how thick we're supposed to make the. All right, we're gonna let's look up the reference. Let us turn on the web capture, display capture. We're gonna go look at Genji real quick. Genji. I can just type it in, can I? So I can just do that. Genji Sentai helmets. Look at this. Oh, it's pretty thick. But it looks like the edge loop is more coming from the inside of the edge from the helmet. Okay, we can fix that. I think we can fix that. And I'm glad the story didn't go into. Yeah, I'm also glad about that. I mean, I feel like it'd be kind of pointless to extend it to that point, you know? Just make it like almost drag on. That's a nice render of it. What the heck? Wait a minute, are you telling me? No. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, okay. The reason why I want to sculpt this, right? The thing that bugs me out is this right here. This should be removable. I don't understand why they did not make this part removable. It just takes like a split second. If I were to do this, the only edit I would do is just cut this part, the back of the part off, and maybe put these to be magnetized. But that's just me. Okay. Anyway, because it's like a faceplate, so it's supposed to be easy to remove. Anyway, so we're gonna keep the face mask almost the same. Oh, look at that! Actually, wait. Now that I see it, he has like a little bit of a V dip. I definitely did not add that to mine. I think we're gonna have to add that. I'm gonna have to paint by polygroup or just add it on later on. The problem about wanting to sculpt something that already exists is there's already so much like obvious references like I can use. That makes me not want to finish the sculpts. It's okay. Sigh. I see where I made a mistake, maybe. I think I need to do a V. Okay, but I can do that later. True. What the heck? What the hell? What the hell? What did I grab onto? Okay, let's grab the edge right here. Extrude it. Extrude it outward. Is it outward or inward? Looks like it's inward, so let's do the opposite direction. Inward. Okay. and then we clean up on the sides. So obviously here is fine. Here we're getting too much of that, so let's just do it again like that. Ah. Oh, but look, it wraps around the entire eye. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm getting some crazy artifact in here. See, eyes supposed to be like kind of more of a, like a flat, and then there's a straight edge, but it doesn't seem like it's not enough polygons for it. Hmm. How can I fix this? I don't remember what the latest chapter. Didn't what's your name offer to have sex with him? Like, isn't that the latest chapter, right? I think. I don't know. I can't take the anime. I can't take the manga seriously. It's so like all over the place. Yeah, it's so silly, and I don't know. Like, it's the end of the world, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sleep with you. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, imagine if Naruto like had a moment where like Sakura's like, hey, I'm gonna sleep with you. Like, it's not the time or place. Like, I get that Denji's like supposed to be a horny guy, but like it annoys me a little bit. It's a little too silly. All right, let's quick save right here before we crash, because you know it's bound to happen eventually. Ah. All right, it's fine. You know what? We're going to actually pull up the. Why is that even open? We're gonna pull up the hard surfacing video because I have no idea what to do from this point on. Hard surface modeling ZBrush. Why is my resolution so low?
Of the breastplate, so we want to create the depth of that breastplate, and we don't want to push this and make it like way thicker than it should be. Now you can see we have a couple of like weird edges or weird like things right there. That's fine. That's very easy to fix. I'm gonna show you in just a second. So I'm just gonna hit here, apply. So now I'm just gonna press Control, click on this thing, and then Control and drag, and then I'm gonna hide this guy's. Oh, is that part of the? Oh, that's horrible. I thought it was like separated. Oh, it is separated, but it's the same. For some reason, it's the same polygroup. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna do an auto groups option, and that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even see your text. Okay, so to be honest, I thought Denji eating the devil, the death devil. I thought we were going to have a new world where there is no death, but when there is no death, life has no meaning. Arc 3, but not. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's like it's so nutty. Like I don't know. I don't know where we're going on from this point. You know. Because it's like the author, I know he has a vision, like he for sure does, because there's so much like symbolisms about like loneliness and like and the aspect of achieving something and not being alone and the concept of friendship and stuff. But it's weird because like I feel like Denji in particular struggles so much with loneliness because after the loss of like his two friends at like on what season 2, season arc 3 or whatever, and then like being manipulated through Maki and stuff, it's like, and he still proceed like he keeps going forward, and then you have a moment where he gets a second chance with the reincarnation of what's her name of Maki and what's the name of the little girl. But it just gets like super depressing because then like it just like there's never ending war. It's never ending. Yeah, I mean, like I think power in particular, I think is more like power is like a very important character to him. What's her name? The girl, the grenade, the bomb girl, demon. I forget her name. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it just there's a lot of death, and it just like it gets to a point that's like so dour. It's like I don't know. Like I have a thing, right? I enjoy reading manga because I want escapism. Like I want to enjoy and have fun. And I accept that some mangas are gonna be dark, but at the end of the day, the heroes win, right? Like if they win or like at least even if it's like a not a full victory, but some type of victory, and they still manage to pull through, I enjoy that. But I feel like when it comes to like Chainsaw Man, it's just so dour. Like honestly, like I'm surprised she's still alive. The girl. I mean, like Berserk is like that, right? Berserk, Finland Saga, and Vagabond, right? Like all three of those are also very serious, very almost a little dour, but there's still like some aspects of hope, you know. Asa, yeah, Asa. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised she's still alive. Like that's more shocking to no the one that's in control right now of the war demon. I forget her name. Like I'm surprised she's still alive. Like that's the most shocking thing to me. But like, let's again, I'm gonna use Berserk as an example because I think Berserk is just as much of a dour story. There's points that Guts is like in its lowest point, but it's never to the point that it just feels like there's no hope, right? I feel like Denji is the opposite. Denji is like he loses like everyone constantly, and it's like, wow, this really sucks. Like this is not fun. Like it is like he doesn't get a break at all. Like Guts, at least before the author died, like Guts got her back, even though she's still like she's starting to feel better. You have like this crew of him, and then they're all in like the forest with pixies and fairies, and it's like obviously I think even the author knew like it got so dark, and it's like, no, you know what, revenge isn't necessary like that. Like as long as he's with his girl, that's all that matters. So I was like, yeah, I'm so okay with that. But yeah, Denji's almost like Shinji. Like it just sucks. Like it just sucks to be that character. So I was like, I don't know. Yeah, manga tangents.
Now be also like polygroup. There we go. Same of those. Or let's just grab this one right here. There we go. And I'm just gonna say delete here. I mean, we do lose the polygroups, but it's very easy to recover them. If we go back to C modeler, we just grab this edge right here and say polygroup, and that's gonna polygroup the whole edge right there. And then we can hide that, invert it, and say other groups again. And now we got again the back and the front as a separate polygroups. So now, if we turn on dynamic subdivision again, without thickness, of course, and we turn on a couple of subdivision levels, we're gonna get the very nice smooth effect, but we get this sort of like rounded corners, which suck, right? So in order to get a sharp look, again, with C modeler, we're gonna be using this insert edge, which is pretty much like traditional poly modeling. And this is a question that I get often about like poly modeling. Like, do you need to know about poly modeling if you know how to sculpt? And the answer is yes, because if you know the basics of poly modeling, support edges, bevels, things like that, all of this becomes way easier as well. So make sure that we have symmetry turned on. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna add one right there. Look at how sharp and nice that corner becomes. Same thing over here. So one right there on the very border. We're gonna add one right here.
To add more edge loops, yeah. Look at that. Oh.
A very nice.
But here's my problem. He has still the bumpiness. I want to know how he solves that.
Now I'm gonna disable dynamic subdivision because, as you can see, there are a couple of like little bumps here and there. You can actually smooth them out if you want like a super like nice effect. But I'm going to show you a very cool effect that I
That's
have.
it?
I'm going to hit apply, and now this is like real subdivision. Like we've created the subdivision for the element. We actually have the subdivision levels here, and this is another like very cool thing about this process.
I'm giving myself like an aneurysm, like, oh man, I need to make sure to get these bumps out. I really need to make smooth this bad boy. And like, no, just smooth it, just apply, and you're good. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, all right, so let's do that. Don't you love it when you overthink things? It's like, oh, okay, I don't have to overthink it. Got it, cool. Got it. All right, so how did he do curves though? I want to know how he does curves. Does he explain that in the video?
You already have your high poly. You don't need to go back to Dynamesh. You already have your low poly, You already have your low poly, and we can now work on the high poly to generate all of the details. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to go to Train Dynamic and change my alpha to a round alpha, and I like to just give like small little hits to several like different parts. And as you can see, we're gonna start getting this sort of like hammered effect, like hammered metal effect. So if you can imagine like a dwarf,
which is what we're not doing because it's sci-fi. So due to it being sci-fi, we wouldn't get hammered because it's more like industrial like construction.
Let me very quickly, because I don't want to spoil the character just yet. Again, I've spoiled it a little bit in a couple of videos, but I don't want to like have it completely there out in the world just yet. We're gonna wait until the course releases. But let me bring in the upper part of the breastplate so that we can see how this fits. And there we go. This is the this is our like a base mesh or block mesh that we have, and this is what we have. And look at that. That looks really good. As you can see, things are overlapping very nicely. We don't get any sort of like empty spaces. And the only thing that I might want to do is I find this sort of like corners a little bit like not ideal. So I'm just gonna use my move brush and overlap them there on the inside, so we get a nicer curve for the arm of our character. And look at how clean this looks compared to the old like little thing that we had right here. It was just like the very basic rough sketch. This looks way better. Now we're still gonna go back here and we're gonna do a couple of extra changes. As you can see, this is meant to be a sort of like paneling effect. I wanted to create this sort of like paneling for the whole thing. So this one that I've created is the first layer, which represents this layer right here. And then on top of this layer, we're gonna have first this layer and then this layer. So it's 3 layers of like very thin like metals that are gonna create these sort of like
so I'm guessing he's gonna mask it and then extrude it as like the only thing I can remember.
This is fine. And first let's extract again. But
Yep,
now we're gonna
mask and extrude.
Right
okay.
Okay. So all of this piece right here. Now, why am I extracting again and not just grabbing it from the previous one if we already have a clean one? And the answer is the topology might have changed, or we might want a slightly different change in topology, like this angles that I have right here, and it's not going to be as clean. And besides, we can have multiple layers. Like that's another thing that people think about games and characters. You don't have to model everything from a single mesh. It's one of the most common errors. Actually, whenever I'm teaching Maya, one of the first exercises, I call it simple to complex, which is model a lot of simple elements and combine them into a single object to make a complex object. Back in the day, we used to do like a little like alarm clock, like a traditional just like clock. And then later on, I started doing Thor's hammer. So if you've grabbed any of my Maya's like course, you're gonna do a Thor's hammer in the first few lessons, so that you understand that like you can have a very complex object made out of very simple elements, and you don't always need to have it be completely modeled from a single piece. There we go. So we got this again. We're extracting at 0 thickness. There we go. Look at that, super clean. Let's go to serial mesh. I actually like the edges right now, so we're just gonna go directly to serial mesh, go to half, and we're just gonna start cleaning this up. Ideally, as we clean things up, you can see that the corners are going to start changing. But here, we do need to be a little bit careful about the topology, because as you can see, one thing that is happening is that we are getting a loop. And we've mentioned this before, loops are not always the best thing for us, depending on how we want certain things to be. So in this case, since I want a very clean cut on the very border of the object, we need to modify this right here. And again, fairly simple to do.
Right.
Smaller. We just delete this edge loop, or this polygon right there, and then we go back to our move brush. We push this line a little bit up like that, and then again with C modeler, just go to edge and we extrude. So we're gonna extrude this edge down As you can see, all the snaps, which is great. And there we go. So with that, we pretty much create or fix the geometry that we're looking for in this case. So we have a very clean, sharp border when we create the whole thing. So
okay, we're learning. All right, so obviously we're at this point we're gonna just not even look at the reference anymore because we're gonna freestyle it a little bit because we're gonna have to add some more effects to it anyway. So let's just try to, oh my god. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's go to, look at the V visor. I was working on it. I don't know what the frick is going on in my topology over here. It's some crazy. I got Damascus topology. I don't know how I'm doing that. But okay. No. Okay. Okay, so let's do that real quick, because no, I think that's right. All right, so let's solo this real quick, right? Okay, so let's see the topology of this, because this topology is like really messing with me. And it's not like super smooth either, which is annoying. Let's go back. Let's remove the edge, right? Oh yeah, so let's talk about Leon. Okay, I appreciate like he's now a hot old man, but like what the hell? Why is he so, what, Leon Robinson? What the fuck? How did I get Kennedy? Scott Kennedy. How did we go from like babyface to like this guy? He smolders. Like I've come to realize that Leon like smolders a lot in the game. I was like, why are you smoldering? Why are you like posing for the camera? You're like, you gotta save people. You gotta save Grace. We don't have time for this. And there was a scene. I mean, he got big, so I imagine so. I'm scared of like going any further from that point. Yeah, he got buff. Isn't it in 4? Yeah, in 4 he got buff. Like, look how big he is now. Look how huge. That's a huge bicep. That's crazy. All right, I'm scared of going back to buff because I feel like we're gonna get some naughty stuff. I'm just gonna close it right there. I'm gonna open a new tab just in case. But you like more like you know, it's funny because like I think what's cooler, like in my opinion, right? So like if we go like based on my opinion, RE4 remake Hunk I think is the coolest like design for like a character. And like I just like it because of like how clean it is. It's just simple, straightforward, just a dude with a gas mask. Like if you told me you're sending someone to save the president's daughter, I expect Hunk. I don't expect like a dreamy hot guy to go save the president's daughter. I expect like paramilitary, like special forces, like full on like tactical gear to go save somebody. That's like, I don't know. I always thought that was funny in my brain. All right, back to this. Oh my god. Ow. Let's get to the Jesus. I mean, hey, thank you for the stream. That is loud. That was super loud. I have to tone that down. What the heck? I'm sorry for that. That must have like scared the bejesus out of me. Yeah, so that's the thing. So Hound Wolf is also in that category of like Like Hound Wolf is a cool concept too. The fact that these, again, this is why I love this team too. This are, like, they're probably my favorite team after the US Umbrella Special Services, USBS, no, UBS, Bio, no, I forgot what they're called. Oh, and if we're talking about, I don't know if you know Operation Raccoon City, but Operation Raccoon, because apparently, like, so canonically the USS are trained by they're trained by Hunk. Well, at least Vector is. Vector's trained by Hunk, and Lupo is like the team leader. But I think this is super cool also for a design. I do hope that they might use them again, because I really like this team. I thought they were really cool. Don't get me wrong, Operation Raccoon City is not a very good game, but I think the concept of like special forces, like dealing with like spec ops stuff, is really cool, especially for like the bad guy. Playing the bad guys is like pretty fun. And then there was another team, I think it was Delta Squad in this game too that existed. Is it Delta team? No, there they are. This I didn't like too much. It's like they're too anime. Obviously, probably that's what they were going for anyway. Yeah, these guys. Like, I didn't like how this team was. It was like too anime for me. This is cool. I mean, this is also anime, but whatever. I like that. Okay. I'm getting distracted. I'm gonna just adjust these a little bit, that's all. Okay. Let's see. I think this is probably not very exciting to watch me do. All right, let's make this a sharper edge though, for sure. There we go, sharper edge. Ah, bet. Let's go. We are arting. Yeah, but this topology is like killing me. I don't know why it's curving in so much. I'll bring this in more. So far, at least, I would say RE9. Again, I've only been playing, the little bit I have been playing is based on what we play on stream. So I have not played any more than that. I've been dying to play more, but I'm like, oh no, I want my first experience with that game to be with chat. So that's my goal. But oh man, there's so much spoilers of the game. I know how the game ends. It sucks. It sucks a little bit because I know the game is out for been out for like more than a week. So in internet logic, it's like if you didn't finish it by then, you're gonna get spoiled. But man, I just wish I didn't like see some of those spoilers. It's like, ugh, a little annoying. Curve this in more. I mean, it's all over the internet, so yeah. I mean, like, there's no way to like avoid it. It is what it is, but it just sucks. Push me in more. Brush, high polish. Actually, no, I can just probably smooth this, right? But I would say, at least so far, based on like what everyone's talking about, how everybody's enjoying the game, I want to say it might be up there for game of the year. I don't know. It's very early in the year, so at least so far, game of the year contender. Because we still have like what, Wolverine that comes out. What's another game that comes out this year? What are games that are coming out this year? That Bloodborne game that's on the Switch. I forgot the name of that one. That one. Oh, speaking of Bloodborne, oh man, the news about FromSoft not wanting to make another game, even though Sony's asking for it, is crazy. I thought Sony was gonna be the bad guy in this story. Dustblood, yeah, that game was cool. I hope it's not a Nintendo exclusive. I do hope it comes out on all the other consoles because I would love to play that game. Right, and I get that. I get that, like, he's passionate about it because this is like something he really enjoyed doing. But at the same time, like, obviously we have to take everything with a grain of salt. But I think it's interesting in the sense that, like, he could have easily chosen to sure don't make a sequel, perfectly fine. But I think a remake is fair. Like, if you're not gonna do anything with the IP, at least let us, you know, let Sony make money out of it and remake it on PC. You know, there's like a fan, like the fandom for Bloodborne alone is, I think, bigger than even Dark Souls and even like Elden Ring. Well, at least what I think it is. And imagine Bloodborne with like Elden Ring like style design. Like, you know, the game would be amazing. Stretch. Oh. Oh, the topology actually for the base. The base of this is really bad. Let's try to see if we can clean that too. Oh, that's some really bad topology. All right, let's see remodeler. Let me delete this bad boy. Ah! Delete. Delete. And delete this one. And then we're just moving on. Brush move topology. I have not, but everything I hear about her is so, or actually, I think they go by they them. At least everything I heard of them is really good, like very positive, and also like very like layered and deep, like interesting story. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. I think it looks good now. Heck yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. We did it. Funny enough, compare cleanup side to how it was before. Look at that. Look at that mess. Do you see this? You see how messy that is? Look at these lines. Then you look at this. A bomb. Beautiful. Yeah, sure. Tell me some news about her. We will delete this one. Okay. Wait. Okay. Oh my god. Just got scared there for a second. Right. No. Let me clean this up. Right. Oh, okay. So she was anonymous until recently. That's good. I mean, hey, you know, I think anonymity is very good if you choose that route, you know? Like as an artist, you should definitely not like if you don't want the fame, hey man, you know, power to you. If you feel like you don't want that pressure, absolutely. That's a choice that I think it's mostly reasonable. So the reason why she reviews now is kind of... Really? Why though? Like, did he know that she wants to be anonymous? Because obviously, if he doesn't know, then you know that's like you know, just like a very excited dad, and I was like, oh, my daughter is awesome, to check it out, blah 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 blah. Oh, let's not add some edge loops. Oh, yuck. He's one of those ads. Okay. Like, yeah, you can say you can introduce your daughter or something, but that doesn't change the fact that she's the one that like is the talent that she became the talent that she wanted it to be, not the other way around. Just not due to his like him is more because she was passionate enough about music to keep going. I don't like that. I'd never enjoy parents that take the success of their children as their own. It's scummy. All right, so need to do an edge. Are we inserting? What did he do? He did. Back to the video. What did he do?
Then again with C-Modeler, we should go to edge and we extrude.
Oh, on the edge extrude. Okay. And then where's the extrude? There it is. Look at that. Okay. And him. Oof. 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 That's some heavy shit, Doc. Man, that's pretty. That's some like I need to go to psychology type of like having to deal with trauma like that. So So in her music, has she been recently talking about that, or? Huh. Okay. So this is all from her autobiography? Like her recent stuff? That's good. That's good for her, honestly. That's good for her. Okay, that's really cool. That would make me really want to check her out. This is like some heavy stuff that I think is cool that she pulled through even with like the adversity of like her family and stuff. But what was the mom in the entire story of this? Like, what was she doing? Like, was the mom just like, oh yeah, my husband? I mean, I know, is this a Japanese artist? I'm guessing, right? Based on their name, Ado? Yeah, I know, unfortunately, I know that Japanese, like, especially like millennial or even like a little older, I guess, baby boomer moms that are Japanese are, yeah, I would imagine she's more complacent and more about like, which is unfortunate. Obviously that doesn't apply to all Japanese women. I'm not saying that either, but I'm just saying like I know that like it's more common in like especially the older generation that the head of the household can like dictate anything. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That sucks. Okay. I mean, she's doing good now, obviously, so, and she doesn't have to deal with the trauma. Like she doesn't have to deal with her dad anymore, so. Sucks though. It sucks that like, especially like someone you care about is like almost antagonistic towards you. It's weird. Okay, so the head is now smooth. So let's extrude it though. Brush, extrude. Already ZBrush on there. Now we extrude here. Hell yeah, look at that. Let's do a little more though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Give me the crunk. I need the crunk meme. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I should make a bite like that. Okay. You know what I've been getting into a lot of, especially when I'm doing stuff. I don't know why I've been getting into ghost hunting, but like watcher ghost hunting, which is a little different than normal ghost hunting. And it's really enjoyable to see them goof around. Okay, so I think we're gonna fix this one up because this one is topology is completely effed up. Let's bring it down a little bit more. If you want, watch Watchers. Like watch Shane and Ryan Bergarda and Shane Madej. They have something called ghost watching, and it's the whole premise of it is that one's a skeptic, one's a believer, and they go to these spooky places and like try to get ghosts. Obviously, when they do it, nothing happens ever. I like occasionally some spooky stuff happens, but it's mostly like nothing ever happens. So they just dick around for the most part. It's really fun watch. I enjoy watching them because I think like I've grown up with like believing in ghosts and stuff because it's just my culture. Well, not ghosts, but spirits and stuff. So it's just funny to see how other culture, like how other people like interpret stuff. And it's like, yeah, no, there's nothing to be scared of. Who cares? It's a ghost. What's it gonna do to you? It's like haunt you? It's dead. Yeah, fair. That's a very valid point. All right, so let's just move these around. Okay. This one up a little bit more. Karma? Yeah, Karma. The idea of Karma is cool. I don't think it's, unfortunately, I don't think it's very real because I feel like if Karma existed, there should be so much more bad people getting their comeuppance. But I feel like it feels like to me like bad people just get away with it all the time. You know, it just bums me out when I think about stuff like that. Like, oh man, how does this jerk face? How do people struggle? Like, how do real people struggle? But then you have jerk faces like completely perfectly fine. It's like, ugh. Like, I want to believe in karma. I want to believe that people, you get what you sow. But it's, I don't know, man. It feels like every time we see anything on the news, especially with like, I don't want to get super political, but like when we see like stuff about certain people, how they're just not punished, it's just like, oh man, like this sucks. this just sucks. I wish justice can come to those who do bad things, but obviously it doesn't always happen like in the movies or in comics. Sometimes just bad people just get away with it because they have money. I might make this again. I think it's, yeah, Punisher would definitely kill them, but Daredevil would spare them and make them make sure justice is served. But it's dude, it's just the world we live in is so strange. Like if you told me we're in like an alternative universe where everything bad is good, it's like I believe you. I'd believe you, because it feels like every time you hear about these horrible people, it's just like they're never punished. Okay, I'm not liking this at all. So what I think we're gonna do is just isolate this face and then split it off in a separate group, and we'll work off of that. Because I'm not liking how this is looking so far. I think, let me see. I need to see the, let me see the Genji mask. Oh, okay. Oh, right, we closed the tab. Genji Sentai helmet. Let me see this. How does his ear look? So the ear, it comes completely around, and it's layered too. So maybe I should just focus on one thing at a time. No vents either. 4 signs your coworker has no life outside of work. What? Wait. Why did I get recommended this article? 4 signs your coworker has no life outside of work. Now hear me out though. Now hear me out. Google or whatever recommended me this. I don't care what my coworkers are doing outside of work. Like, let them enjoy their life. Like, if they don't want to go outside, okay, cool, whatever. Why do I care? Why do I care about my coworker? If my coworker is my friend, then I'll just hang out with my friend when I have a chance to. If they're not doing anything when they go home, okay, that's not none of my business. What do I care? What the frick? That was such a weird article. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see this. Oh. Topology's not looking good. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit more. But we shouldn't use this as a basis though either. Should we? I think what we're gonna do. Turn this off. And we're gonna add another. We're going to add. No, we're not gonna append. We're going to add a new one. So we're gonna copy this. Command C, Command V, Command C, duplicate, and then we're gonna now append this one into a polygon. Do we have a polygon shape we can work off of? It's no polygon. Trick. Because what I was thinking is that we get like an octagon and then work off of it based on like its sharpness. Because if you see the reference, it looks a lot sharper. Mine looks more like a blob. Okay, so let's just try to fix the topology as best we can, and I think we're just gonna work off of that. I really don't know what we could do about that. Hello? Where are my lines? There you go. I'm like, what the heck? One giant leap for mankind. Yeah, 1 sec. Sorry, let me double check something real quick. Okay, cool. Does he have any on his faceplate going vertical? He does not. Once he gets to this point right here, and it's just completely isolated. Okay, that's fine. But question, is his visor... Can I see? Oh, what the heck? Oh, okay, good. So his visor goes the whole way around his face? Look at that. That's not exactly what I'm seeing either in this. Okay, this is a printable file. Let me see. Oh, look at the triangles. What the frick? What is this? This is not printable. Look at all these triangles. Oh. It does look like it's connected to the visor. Alright, so let's bring this down then a lot more. Fascinating. Okay. Looks like I might have made a mistake in the plan, because the visor itself is a lot more deeper in than I thought it was. I don't want to extend it too much either. Okay. Also, the visor is a lot sharper than it seems. We have to maybe adjust the visor as well. Okay, so there's some work we have to do. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Wait, I need to see how the visor connects to the... Okay. Okay. You know, I've been watching this K-drama called Myth, I think it's called. And I thought it's been really good. Yeah, let's take a look at this. It's called K-drama Myth, I think it's called. Myth. I think that's what the show's called. Yeah, the premise is that this girl is a reincarnation of what's the name? Not Scheherazade. The monk from the Journey to the West, and she accidentally removes Buddha's palm from Sun Wukong, and then Sun Wukong like falls in love with her. It's a very like obvious like tropey one, but I was like, I kind of like it. Let me see if it shows up. Sun Wukong. K-drama. What was the name? Yes, this one. And I'm like, it's not bad. I don't like this guy's haircut though. It really bugs me. Like, I like them when he has like this long hair. I mess with this. Whatever is going on with here when he gets that haircut. I was like, I'm not messing with it. You look weird. But it's not a bad show. It's really good. And then like you'll be surprised that you like certain characters like Sun Wukong, the Bull King, and some other characters. If you know Journey to the West a little bit, pretty good. And it's just like Wukong, he's not really a good guy. He kind of like he's looking out for his own interests. So I think that makes him very interesting as a character. Bring this down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. We're looking on this side. Go down like this and bring this up a little. Well, this is wrong, so we're gonna just make sure to adjust this. All right, let me smooth that. What other show have I been watching? I've been watching From. From is pretty cool. TV series. This one is really good. It's about these people who are they're trapped in like a paradoxical universe. Like it's a pocket universe where every night these creatures that like come try to rip your flesh and stuff. It's pretty good. It's very like Lovecraftian. Yeah, it's really cool. Like, I don't know. And then we ended, I think we're like on season 3 right now. Yeah. And not canceling a new show. Yeah, hopefully they won't cancel it. I mean, I've been loving it. What other show have I been watching? Alien Earth, I thought was pretty fun. I didn't like it as much as I think I would have liked it. I like the whole idea of, it's like a whole story of like Peter Pan-ish a little bit. So if you like that type of story, I think you'll enjoy Alien Earth. But it's pretty cool. I think this is probably the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my whole life. It is a total mindfuck. Because you get hooked. I mean, if you say you get hooked, it's like, yeah. It ends with a full of question and then they don't have another season. But I think From is like the opposite. I think From has like a lot of detail and they just don't have enough time for it. No, this is really fun. I really enjoyed this one. What other show have I been watching? Can't think of another one. Oh, Wonder Man. Wonder Man has been like really good. especially as someone who, look, I have a film background, so I have a film background and I love film. Like I really do love film. Hence why I got the degree for it. And hearing hearing people talk about acting and like all this stuff, like just the background about it is so good. It's so, if you enjoy filmmaking and the whole concept of it, it's such a like a cool concept for a show. And it's fun that it's like, it doesn't focus so much on superpower, but it focuses on the humans of the show. And I think it's fantastic. This is a really great show. Like, it's not really about superheroes. It's about a guy who wants to become an actor, pretty much in a Marvel universe. I would say it's a Disney, if you don't mind like that type of shows, I think you'll enjoy it. I think it's really good. And Ben Kingsley and uh I hate that I can't pronounce his name. Uh Yahwa. He's a very good actor. Just his name is a little difficult for me to pronounce. But he's phenomenal in the show. I've seen him since I think I think I watched him in what's the name, Candyman. He was in Candyman, and then he was also in Watchmen. Both shows I think he was like the best part of those, like both the movie and show. For Watchmen, the show, it was really good. It was like a continuation of the comics, which is interesting. And then the next one, Candyman, is like it goes off the myth of Candyman, which is more interesting about like the cultural concept of it, which is cool. Me and like cerebral stuff. Okay, I think we fixed it. Let's solo this. Let's see how we look. Yeah, look, it doesn't look that bad. I guess let's sharpen these edges a little bit before we keep going. We'll put this like a little bit higher, and then we just go up like that. Yeah, like that. Ah! I mean, obviously we're talking about Sentai too. I've been watching Gav, Space Sheriff Gav. It was pretty cool. The first episode I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. I think Space Sheriff Gav is a little confusing because they're doing multiverse. Like it's an interesting choice to do a multiverse show for your re-debut of a dormant property. That's like, imagine if Marvel did like that, like Multiverse of Madness, like right off a rip. It's like, whoa, calm down. We need some background for this before you just jump us into this. Okay, it looks a lot more solid. Maybe if we move this down a little bit more. Let me just make sure to sharpen this corner. There we go. And then we smooth that out. Oh yeah, it's looking. It's all coming together now. Slowly but surely. Oh no, it didn't mirror? Oh no, okay, it did. Okay. I'm like, oh no. Let's go. Alrighty. Next part. Oh, this apology is kind of gonna be murder. Alright, let's go back. I kind of like the edge like that, to be honest with you. But let's fix the sharpness on this because it needs to be, basing off the reference we saw, it needs to be a lot sharper, I think. Now look at that. Look how sharp that is. Okay, so let's adjust this. Do you have a back edge? Okay, just make sure you do not. Maybe a little too soon, it looks like. Oh, let's see. Okay, better yet, let's look at a real version of it. Let's see how this looks. Uh, this is not the common writer. Okay, well, I was deceived. I was bamboozled into a Facebook group that I'm already a part of. Fun fact, apparently. anything since I'm probably part of. Okay, let's see this. See, but I don't like it because it looks like a motorcycle visor. So let's 10 out of 10 cosplay. Amazing. Look at how badass that is. Anyway, No, I have not played Overwatch in so long, but this is still probably, I'm pretty sure, my favorite. Well, this one and even like Oni Genji, I think are like my favorites. Oh, you know, actually, I want to see if I can sculpt like a Marvel Marvel Rivals character, or like fan art. That's what. Well, yeah, that's also part of it. Yeah, it's I've been wanting to do a little bit something outside of my wheelhouse because I feel like that's something I've never done. So I'm like, oh, well, let's try that. You know, I've always wanted to do self shaded anyway and stylize, which I already do stylize, but you know, obviously a little bit more stylized than stylize. Okay, so I want to do, should we, okay, so the question is, should we do either, like, we should do a Marvel character that's not in Marvel Rivals. You know, obviously like of our own design. So we have to like brainstorm on what character we want to do. Something from Marvel, obviously. Because I wanted to do Devil Dinosaur, but then I saw Devil Dinosaur in the trailer, so I'm like, oh, actually, they might put him in the game. So let's just hold off on that one. Or should we do our own version of Devil Dinosaur? Since I'm already working on a dinosaur anyway, might as well just work on a new dinosaur. Or we should do Moon Girl. If they're gonna do Devil Dinosaur, we gotta do Moon Girl, right? It's like his fearless, smart companion. Actually, you know what? Now that you say it, because I like tokusatsu stuff, let's go real quick. I'm curious what other Genji skins he had. Genji skins. You got me curious now. Let's see all of them. Genji cosmetics. Okay, so that's the base one, right? You can't go wrong with the base one. Can't go wrong. Looks good. Didn't like this outfit. I don't. Like, I know they're kind of like making him like more human, but I don't appreciate him having Adidas. I always thought he was a Nike kind of guy. But whatever. We're to each their own. Recolors. We're gonna skip on over the recolors. By the way, favorite recolor are this one and this one. Best colors. Anyway, keep going. Nippon Genji color, also really good. When did he get this? This is pretty cool. This is actually pretty sick. Dia de los Muertos Genji looks kind of hard. I like the EVA, like the EVA helmet. The it kind of reminds me of this a little bit. I would have added the indents to it to kind of give some separation, but great, cool to keep the same base and just change the mask. Just some separation would be nice in it, because if you just have it like that, it's just a little plain. But I like it with the painting on. That's really sick. Okay. League gray. Okay, cool. Elite skin. This is not like elite. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, ooh. These are terrible colors. What is this color combination? They went for like a beige brown to like baby vomit yellow, and then his green natural hair, and this the silver complements the brown at least, but like, what a weird color combination. Okay, all right, okay. Hoodie for sure makes anything cooler. So the hoodie go hard. The hoodie does go very hard. Actually, if they did another skin with the hoodie, I think it would be kind of hard. Okay, now he's dripped out. Now this is drippy. This is cool. I like this. I like the fur. I like the look. Sure, he still has like the what are those? But those it's looking a lot nicer, I think, in this style. Human Genji. Now, so here's something I didn't understand, right? So this is taking place on like a modern, like a cyberistic, like future, right? So if that's the case, why is he... I would like to see like an interpretation of this a little bit more modern, you know? That would be kind of cool. But great skin though overall. Recolor. I think this is like supposed to be his actual color skin, because this one is just a like the Sparrow one, which I think is much better than his base one. Arabian Nights. I was gonna Saudi Arabia. Arabian Nights skin, really nice. I like it in white and gold, I think, better. Oni skin is sick. I do mess with this one. This is pretty hard. They could have leaned more into the Oni. I think they could have definitely made it a little bit more, but then you're kind of destroying his silhouette a little bit too much. But I think it's a great skin. Great skin overall. Okay. Chinese General or Chinese Ghost General is pretty sick too. Actually, redact my statement. I think Genji has a lot of good skins actually. Talon's really cool, really cool. Blackwatch, or I guess Blackwatch, not Talon. I'm sorry. Blackwatch Genji looks sick. Pre full armor. It's pretty sick. Don't like this one too much. I think I like the helmet, but otherwise I'm not too much. It's too heavily armored. He's like a ninja, right? He shouldn't do anything with samurais. Well, they could have probably made it like a sleeker, a little bit more sleeker design. But I like it though. But not my favorite so far. Obviously, the goat, my favorite of all time. Even better, even better. They did a reskin of Oni, huh? I wasn't aware of that. Kendo Master, okay, pretty good. I think this is for the Olympics, so this was pretty cool. I know people like this one, but I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like Bird Person. I know he's a Tengu, but he's still Bird Person. Hey, what's up? What's up? How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're just looking at some Overwatch art as we're like sculpting. How's everything? How are you, Kaiser? Okay, Ice one looks hard. I have to admit, this one looks really sick. I always like Ice motif. Sleepy? Oh, I get that. You should probably get some rest, yo. Okay. Don't get this one too much. Isn't this character supposed to be a berserker? Why is he a ninja? Recolor. Okay. It's just beachwear. Ah, fair. Gotta do some editing. Okay, this lava one looked pretty nice. This lava one's not too bad. These are all new to me. I've never seen these before. Beach one looks cool. That was loud. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Oh, so this is just like league skins. Okay. Oh, but he has a Sentai mask on the top of his forehead. I didn't realize that. That's great. 10 out of 10 skin. Maui, or I don't know what this is. Is it like a lava? It was like the same one like the lava one, right? Ooh, Renaissance Genji. I don't know how I feel about it. I like the leather. I think that's a really cool touch. I do appreciate him having a rapier. But obviously it doesn't make sense for a ninja rapier. But I like the color combination. I think that definitely the whites complement the green and the browns much better than the other one we saw earlier. Much nicer. What the frick is this? Is this a villain? Is this a villain one? What is this? Ultra Watch? What is Ultra Watch? What the heck? I have not played Overwatch in so long. What the hell is Ultra Watch? There's a whole Sentai themed? What the frick? What was I not told about this? Wait. Okay, listen. I don't ask too much of life, but why was I not told about this? What the heck? Just a cut. What the frick? This is badass!
See you later.
Wait, how? Just a year ago? What? Ooh, cool. I'm a whole like year behind apparently. Oh well. But that's awesome. What the heck? I did not know Genji had this skin. That's so sick. Although why this one? He looks like a bad guy in this one. I guess I didn't want to give him the other ones. That makes sense. Prince Genji. Okay. Nice. Wait, is this a reference to? Oh no, 8-bit. I was gonna say, is this a reference to Fully Cooley? Because it looks like the Fully Cooley robot. Fully Cooley. What's the name of the robot again? Kenti. It gives me like vibes of that. Or am I crazy? Maybe I'm a little crazy. It's like Finn. It's like a combination of Finn from Adventure Time and then the Fully Cooley robot. But mostly the TV head. Like the Finn colors are definitely there. Really sick. Okay, cool. Oh, that's also really cool. Yukizaru. Okay. New era Genji. Man, I am so behind. This is so cool. Oh, it's I'm sorry, Genos? They had a collab with One Punch Man? What the frick? Interesting choice. Okay. Okay, we were talking about how the ice one looks cool. Now the fire one looks pretty sick. Ooh, white and gold. I'm black and gold. Nice. That's something silly. He has a really thin head. More bird. He's Zuko? They also did a collab with Avatar? What the frick? When did they do all this? G.I. Joe? Okay. So, hi, Snake Eyes. Persona? Okay. Oh, that looks hard. Archangel. Oh, damn, that looks hard. Chinese New Year, I'm guessing. God of Wealth. Yep. Okay. Cyber Demon. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. They have the team skins. Nice. Nice. All right, let's get past this so we can get back to drawing. So many teams. What the heck? More team skins. Are the rest just 3 colors? Yeah, no, all of them are just 3 colors. Okay. Overall, I gotta say, Genji has some really incredible skin. Oh my god, it's a Sentai pose. Oh, it's awesome. What the heck? Oh man. Okay. Let's get back to it. We want to keep this side really high up for the sharp drop. Almost like a, there we go. That way it's a cleaner look. I think for next week we're gonna also start playing some Overwatch a little bit. I'm sorry, not Overwatch. Apex Legend on stream, because I really want to get that Doki Bird skin, and obviously they're doing the Gundam collab, so that's another reason to really get into it for myself. That's a big Gundam head. I think we're also gonna play some Apex. So it looks really silly, but I do not care. And we will also be trying to go pro. What does that mean? I don't know. We're gonna try to be better at the game, because I suck at the game. I'm good at surviving, but I'm not very good at shooting. Shooters are not for me, as is a very apparent. I try to play fighting games more, and I am terrible at shooting. Okay. Oh, what's nicer now? Here's a little bit of edge wear, but it's okay. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay. You know who's another character I really liked in Overwatch, design-wise? Reaper. That looks hard. What the heck? Yeah, I don't like this one. The thing on there with the eyes is not very cool. Luchador. That's really good. Oh, he was Shigaraki? Huh. That's cool. Okay. Cardboard hero, that's pretty sick. Reaper, it's a ska. Okay. There was also a Gundam collab with. Oh, he looks sick. What the heck? Ten out of 10. 10 out of 10. Best skin ever. 10 out of 10. Yeah, shark boy. Alright, closing it to not get distracted anymore. Let's go back. The ADHD is strong with this one. All right, looks like we're good. Let's just see if we can. We should probably adjust this side right here on the visor part. Just get it more exact. Always learning, always improving. I like that. It's pretty good. I just read what his Siggy said. Oh, who? Somebody wrote something? Oh, I guess not. I thought the YouTube chat was saying something. I didn't really need to. I need to sit down and ask some of my friends like how to work OBS, because like my OBS is like kind of all over the place. It's really hard to manage everything at the same time. Like I'm just here to play video games and just do art. I don't know anything about OBS like that. Shallow, please. Okay. Oh, it looks good. Okay, we're good on that one. Okay. Okay, this one is like the geometry is like all over the place. Got to decide something for that, maybe. This one. Okay, let me just double see. Let's see, edge lips and everything. Oh, the chin is like super malformed. Okay. Okay, real quick. Okay, we're at the 2-hour mark. It's getting a little late. Oh, it is late. And I have to work in the morning. So I'm just gonna call it here. Thanks everybody for joining me. I really appreciate hanging out, talking. I really wanted to get this done tonight, but like always, it's just, yeah. I hope I have a nice day too. No, I don't mind my job. It's just I wish sometimes people were a little nicer, but you know how it is. Retail is always difficult. But anyways, thanks everybody for joining me. It's really fun talking. It's really fun to do art again. Really happy how much progress we did. Although I'll be just mostly clean up. I think by next week we'll start or I guess earlier in the week I'll start the helmet process, and then I'll show my work obviously on Twitter and Blue Sky. Yes, I will be starting using Blue Sky again because Twitter is turning into a cesspool again. So yeah, well, let's just focus on doing a little bit more art, a little bit of Apex, a little bit of Tekken, and a little bit of Resident Evil. That's our goal for next time. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Take care. Bye bye. Matane. Yasumi. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you.